Everyone knows about the quirky, colorful world of SpongeBob SquarePants. It's the lighthearted tale of a talking sponge, his dimwitted starfish best friend, a perpetually miserable squid neighbor, a greedy crab, and a karate-chopping squirrel. But what if the truth was far darker than the cheerful facade the show portrays? What if SpongeBob and his friends weren't just quirky sea creatures? What if they were something else? Ghosts. The restless spirits of humans who were forced into the bodies of sea creatures, condemned to an existence of sorrow and fragmented memories. Their lives under the sea are haunted by faint visions of structures and places from their past lives, a past they can never truly reclaim. Take SpongeBob, for instance. Before he became the excitable sponge we all know, he was just a boy named Bob, a kind-hearted kid who always tried to help others, but his good intentions often backfired. At 14, while riding his bike, a tragic accident sent him tumbling down a steep hill, leaving him in a coma. 2 weeks later, he succumbed to his injuries. Now as SpongeBob, his cheerful demeanor hides the lingering pain of a life cut short, his endless mischief mirroring the accidents that plagued him in life. Patrick's story is even more tragic. Once he was John, a boy just a few years older than Bob. They were inseparable as kids, but an accident at 10 left John with brain damage, erasing much of the bright child he once was. By 15, John's life spiraled into chaos. Friendless and reckless, he met his end in a gruesome fall from a rooftop. In the sea, his spirit remains trapped in Patrick's simple, bumbling form, forever loyal to his only friend, Squidward. He was Dan, a lonely, reclusive boy who found solace only in his clarinet and his stuffed bear, Zippy. Dan's weak heart was a ticking time bomb, and a terrifying dream of Zippy attacking him sent him into a fatal heart attack. Now as Squidward, his isolation persists, his clarinet his only companion in the dark, oppressive waters of the afterlife. And Mr. Krabs? He was Jim, the black sheep of a wealthy family. A compulsive thief with a disturbing fixation on piggy banks and cash registers, Jim's greed was his undoing. A celebration in his family's vault turned deadly when towering stacks of money collapsed, burying him alive. As Mr. Krabs, his soul clings to wealth, his daughter Pearl, a strange echo of the pet whale he once adored. Then there's Sandy Once Sally, a prodigy beloved by teachers but envied by peers. Brilliant and strong, Sally dominated science fairs and karate tournaments alike. But her life of triumph ended abruptly when a devastating blow during the sparring match shattered her ribs and stole her breath forever. In the sea, her spirit manifests as Sandy, a squirrel who builds and fights but is forever trapped in a glass dome, isolated from the world she longs to rejoin. And these are only a few. The oceans teem with souls of lost children, their laughter and cries mingling with the waves. They yearn to feel the warmth of their families again, to escape their watery prisons. But they can't. They're bound to their fish forms, wandering the depths for eternity, mourning lives stolen too soon. Maybe one day, when their current forms perish, they'll be reborn into the arms of their mothers. But until then, they remain cursed and alone, roaming the vast, desolate seas.